Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, September 30th, 2024. So this will cover the week of September the 23rd through the 29th of 2024. Already getting pretty close to the end of the year, also getting very close to my birthday. I'll mention a little bit more about that later though. Anyways, this week wasn't super productive because of the hurricane that came through. It was absolutely devastating in the Carolinas and parts of Tennessee, so thoughts and prayers definitely go out to people of Western North Carolina. I grew up maybe like an hour to 2 hours from that whole area, so maybe about 2 hours, but I know some people out there, and I've been up there quite a few times, and it looks awful what they're going through up there. Entire towns pretty much being washed out and non-existent. One of my all-time favorite book series is set in the town of Black Mountain. It's the 1 Second After series by William Forstchen. Would highly recommend reading it. But yeah, hopefully things start to get better for them. Maybe if they paint Ukraine flags over their state flags, they'll actually get aid at this point. Who knows? But anyways, in terms of actual trophy progress, I got sort of slowed down this week because somehow I never lost power. I'm like the only subdivision, or in the only subdivision that somehow didn't lose power, but I did lose internet for most of Friday and then parts of Saturday, and it was still pretty sporadic, so just didn't really feel the need to stream. Plus, I was watching football on Saturday night anyway. So I made progress in 2 games. Also, the Shrek DLC for Power Wash Simulator is apparently confirmed for October 10th release. So that's fun. Definitely excited for that, though once again I just wish it would only come out on PS5. Also, we got Pal World out of nowhere, which I do actually really want to play that and probably need to platinum it sooner rather than later in case they get sued and have to get rid of it because of Nintendo and everything, but I guess we'll have to see. So the first game I worked on was Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. So this is a retelling of Dead Rising 2, and it is played from the perspective of Frank West, the protagonist of the original Dead Rising. And it's a pretty fun game. It makes some changes to the whole overworld and everything. There's a whole nother zone, there's new psychopaths, there's new survivors to rescue, as well as a lot of similarities and everything. It also changes up the plot a bit. Also, thank y'all so much for checking out the Dead Rising 2 trophy video. That one has massively overperformed so far, so I am super happy to see that. And definitely makes me confident for the next trophy videos I'll be doing. The next big one like that I'll be doing is Star Wars Battlefront Platinum number 800, so definitely excited to be doing that one. Battlefront Collection, excuse me. So Dead Rising 2 Off the Record is an easier and slightly shorter Platinum than Dead Rising 2, but I have already been running into some bugs with it, mainly with the game already crashing twice within the first 2 streams, so that's not really a good sign of things to come. So taking a high-value PP picture, this one pretty much is going to come naturally as you're just taking pictures of stuff. I think maybe it's like 2,000 points or even 1,000 points is enough. For this one, you just have to keep taking pictures until it unlocks. You'll get this one naturally while working on other trophies. The extremely erotic picture, you can take a picture of like 4 dildos or something in the Uranus zone. This is probably going to get me demonetized, isn't it? Then we have a few other picture-related trophies, so I'm not entirely sure where to get this mixed messages one, but I'll get it in the future at some point. This one I'm kind of surprised I didn't get previously, but I think there's like easy places to get it somewhere, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Fill your camera's memory, just keep taking pictures, you'll eventually get this one naturally while you're working on these trophies. There are 75 PP stickers throughout the world. I've taken a picture of one, you have to photograph all 75. I don't know if this has to be done in a single playthrough, but it can be done in sandbox mode, so obviously I'm just going to wait and do it in sandbox mode. But I photographed the one on the workbench outside of the safe house because I actually noticed it, and I'll just be following a guide for those so it's not a problem. Then you have to take a picture of your co-op partner during co-op play. More about the co-op trophies a bit later. Take a picture of a psychopath is pretty self-explanatory. Use the snapshot skill move. You get this at a low level and it basically insta-kills the zombie after taking a selfie with them, which is kind of funny. It's nice that it insta-kills them, and I already got that trophy done. It's real simple. Then we get to the challenges, the medals. So there are 30 single-player challenges, and there are 30 co-op challenges, and you have to get a gold medal on all 60 of them. Most of them aren't particularly hard with a little bit of practice, but a few of them can be trickier. And of course, there's the fact that you have, let's see, you have to get a bronze medal at least on 10 different co-op challenges, a bronze medal at least on all co-op challenges, and a gold medal on all co-op challenges. Thankfully, you don't have to beat this entire game in co-op like you had to with the previous one, but it's still just the fact that it's a co-op trophy. It means more boosting, and we all know how well that went with Dead Rising 2. So hopefully this time it goes a little bit better, but taking a picture of a co-op partner is actually obviously very easy. Then take a dose of Zombrex. This is an unmissable story trophy. In fact, all of these trophies are unmissable and story related as long as you're completing the game and completing overtime. So nothing much to worry about with those. I'll get all those by the end of my first playthrough. Then you have to unlock the secret shortcut, which works pretty similarly to the mission in Dead Rising 2. It's the Lynette's mission. I think it's called Wilted Flower, I think is the name of it. And just make sure you complete that because the shortcut is very, very helpful. This one is a missable trophy for completing 2 specific side quests that I haven't gotten to yet. It's like Hunger Pains and then something else that comes after it. Nothing particularly hard with it, just have to be looking out for it and make sure you do it. This one, you have to defeat Ted and Snowflake and then follow Lenny around inside of the Yucatan Casino to turn the power back on. This is a special Psycho fight that is the replacement of the Leon fight from Dead Rising 2, and it's basically a what-if kind of scenario, but I won't spoil it even though the trophy image pretty much does spoil it. Then you have to kill zombies, so killing 69 zombies is unmissable. You're going to get this one naturally just while playing through the game. 1337 will also most likely come naturally, so don't worry about those two. This one is very unlikely to come naturally unless you spend a lot of your time just killing zombies. Now, for the 100,000 zombies, I'm not sure if this is even possible in the story mode. If anyone has done it in the story mode, please let me know. But the good thing is you can do it in the new sandbox mode where you complete the challenges at. In the sandbox mode, there is no timer, meaning you can spend as much time as you want or need to work on everything. So nothing much to worry about. It's basically the exact same method you used in Dead Rising 2, just it requires more kills, but again, there's no timer to worry about, so it's not too much of an issue. It just is very grindy, of course. By far the grindiest trophy in this game. Use the jump kick to knock down 100 enemies. I don't even think I have that ability yet. 2,000 PP from a single zombie kill. Apparently, I thought I was doing this correctly, but what you have to do is you have to use the boomstick, but you have to have the combo card first, and I was doing it with the scratch card, so it wasn't counting. But I'll probably get that one done during the challenges, according to the guide. Then 10 different maintenance rooms. That's pretty self-explanatory. Just go into go into as many of them as you come across. Then build any of the new combo weapons. There are a grand total of 65 combo cards in this game. You only need to find 50, and you just need to build any one of the new ones, which I can't remember what I built, but it was something really ridiculous looking, and it just seemed like it might work, so I built it and it worked. So collect 50 combo cards. Again, you should get this one kind of naturally while working on all the challenges and such. All the skill moves, you should get this by the time you hit level 50, probably even a little bit before it, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. You'll definitely hit level 50 along the way. This is done in the Uranus zone, but I think it can be done in the sandbox mode if needed. Then we have one last co-op trophy. This one was a little bit problematic for me on the PS3. I think it took a few extra kills for it to unlock. It can be done in sandbox mode, so that's probably where I'm going to end up doing it, because I think I already killed the snipers in the main playthrough. This one, there's a specific ride you're supposed to use for this one, but I can easily do it in sandbox mode, so no problems. And then, actually, we'll come back to this one. Get a survivor drunk. You just have to feed them like 3 alcoholic beverages in a row, and that's all you have to do. For this one, you just need to make sure there's puke on the ground and then have a zombie run through it. There's several survivors that puke pretty much no matter what, or if you get them drunk, they'll do it. Or if you get drunk, you'll puke, and that will also count. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Just wear all women's clothes. I just need to look at exactly where to go in the mall for that. Then I guess we can go back up to this trophy now. This is going to be something I do on my second playthrough. There's a specific way you're supposed to do this early on in a playthrough, so that's one of the things I'm going to focus on during my second playthrough, because there's only one vehicle that it works on, that's the clown car, and the survivors in this game feel way, way weaker than the ones in Dead Rising 2. They die super quickly, so that's kind of unfortunate. Be saving a lot while playing this game. So then we get to a few more complicated trophies. So this one, you first have to tame Snowflake, and then once she has been tamed, you have to have her damage a psychopath. Now, the problem is that if you have Snowflake in your group, for some reason, it automatically brings her into the safe house no matter how far away she is. She's not like any of the other survivors, so I don't know why that is. So I might just have to dedicate a whole like quarter playthrough just to knocking out this trophy later on, because then I would have to avoid doing the first story missions and just wait for the motorcycle psychopath to spawn in. Now, alongside doing the 8 survivors at once, there are 2 other trophies that I'm going to be focusing on during the next playthrough. First off, we have to beat the game. Well, not actually beat the game, we just have to get to when the military arrives without eating any meat, dairy, or alcohol. So the main item you want to use for this is orange juice, and that's really just the main thing about it. Just use orange juice is by far your best option. So it shouldn't be too hard. It's just the fact that it's a whole playthrough spanning. I think mixed drinks also are fine, so that's good. You can still use the quick steps and the painkillers. And then this stupid trophy that Snamwich just got on Xbox, the achievement for it. This one's not fun because you have to somehow keep Denise alive for pretty much the entire game, all the way up until the military arrives, and have her not die from something stupid, because it does happen a lot, and have her actually damage him. So yeah, not looking forward to this one, because like I said, the survivors are a lot weaker and stupider than I remember them being, compared to even Dead Rising 2, where I thought they were bad. So progress is being made. Next 2 streams would finish off the first playthrough most likely. Then the second playthrough will be focused purely on the story and that whole Pure Wall Memorial Cup and the Denise Trophy and the 8 survivors. And then it would be going into sandbox mode to start working on the challenges. So yeah, made some progress though. I mean, we got a lot of trophies early on, 16 trophies in the first 2 streams. And then the other game I worked on this week was Resident Evil 4 for the PS4, in which I am very close to getting the Platinum Trophy. So let's see, what trophies did I get this week? There weren't too many. Okay, so I finished my 3rd playthrough, which was the professional no healing run. It was annoying at a few times just because sometimes you just get grabbed out of nowhere or just get hit by something out of nowhere. You're allowed to refill your armor as much as you want, but you just can't use any healing items. And then the Krauser boss fight is just painful. The first boss fight against him, the knife fight. But I found that it was really, I found some strategies online. It's actually pretty easy to do if you just stay really aggressive in it. You're going to take a couple of hits pretty much no matter what, even if you're good at the timing. But as long as you still have like half your health once that boss fight's done, you should be good to go. Then let's see, what are the other trophies? Obtain all weapons, so I finished off all the weapon stuff. So for this one, I got the hand cannon through the Mercenaries mode, and then I just got the Chicago Sweeper from my professional no healing 7-hour run. You have to do it in under 7 hours, which is very easy because you can do it with the Infinite Rocket Launcher. Then you'll end up getting an S rank on it, or actually no, you only need the A rank, but I managed to get the S rank. The A rank also unlocks Ashley's Knight Armor for all future playthroughs, thank God, so she's not going to be a problem anymore. And then, yep, main story on standard mode or higher. Then I'm working on the standard S Plus playthrough right now. I'm currently on like chapter 8, I think. Yeah, right at the start of chapter 8. So progress is being made in that. It's been going pretty quickly. I can probably finish that in just like one more night. Finish the game on hardcore or higher. Of course, I finished the game on professional, so don't have to worry about that. You do have to do a separate playthrough on hardcore for the S Plus. These 2 trophies do not stack unless you get your S Plus on professional for some reason. I don't know why they don't stack. It would save a lot of time, but I guess it's because they have different time limits or something. I don't know what it is exactly. Finish the main story on professional. Of course, you die pretty quickly in this one, but as long as you have the Infinite Rocket Launcher, it's not too bad. Of course, you initially had to get the hand cannon a different way by beating the game on professional without any bonus weapons, but your ranking didn't matter, so it was just, you had to get through it. And then getting the professional S Plus also unlocks other items, but it would also have auto-popped both of those trophies, which would have been kind of nice. But remember, S Plus, you can't use the Infinite Launcher or New Game Plus, but you can use the Chicago Sweeper and a couple of the other weapons. The Primal Knife is fine, and the Hand Cannon's fine if you already have it. And then complete the main story without using a recovery item, of course. Like I said, it was annoying at a few points, but nothing too crazy. And yeah, so base game will be done hopefully this week as long as no more hurricanes or something come through. Well, I say that, but there's actually other plans I have this week. Separate ways, of course, 3 story trophies, 3 difficulty trophies, and then the hardest trophy in the game, S Plus Professional. So we'll be getting to that eventually, but for now it's just mostly focusing on these last 2 playthroughs for the base game. So let's go ahead and sync up. Alright, so with that, level 881, 75%, 29,253 total trophies, 841 platinums, 5,616 golds, 7,853 silvers, 14,943 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Well, obviously in terms of games, I would want to work on Dead Rising 2 off the record, as well as Resident Evil 4, and then another week from now I'll be able to finally do another Power Wash Simulator DLC. And also, I might finally be able to be playing a certain game on the PS TV that I have hinted at previously, so look forward to that sometime in the near future. But along with all of that, I don't really know what the week is going to look like in terms of uploads and stuff, because Thursday is actually my birthday, October 3rd, so that is my birthday. And for that, initially, it's crazy, we were actually initially going to go to Gatlinburg, me and my parents, that's over in Tennessee, but with the fact that all of western North Carolina is basically untravelable at this point in time, we're obviously not doing that. We're instead just going to go to Myrtle Beach, which I haven't been there in like over 10 years, so I'm actually interested to see how much it's changed. So I'll be there from like Wednesday through, I think, Saturday. I think I'll be back here on Saturday. So hopefully still get at least 1 stream in this week, but no guarantees. I will make sure to schedule a few small uploads to go up, though, a couple of trophy videos, smaller ones. The next big trophy video I gotta work on is, of course, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, specifically the PS5 version that was platinum number 800 and my 28,000th trophy. I don't know how long that one will actually take to put together. It'll probably be a shorter video than Dead Rising 2, simply because there's not a lot of complexity with the trophies in that game, so we'll just have to see about that. Like I said, it might be a shorter one. There were a few good moments, though, and I just genuinely loved the hell out of that game, so it was a good time. So along with those, the next trophy video after that is Fallout 4. That's going to be a massive one, of course, but that one will come after, and then after that is Thrillville, and then Astro's Playroom, and then also I'm working on the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Handgun Only Mic Banning Challenge video. That one I should be able to put together fairly quickly within like the next week. I still haven't gotten started on the next Fallout lore video, simply because the Vermont one really underperformed, unfortunately, compared to the other ones, but I will eventually get around to working on that. So, like I said, schedule's going to be weird this week. Might only be like 1 stream, if at all, but there will be definitely some videos going up, and in the next couple weeks I have plans for a massive stream that I am super excited for, hopefully going to be possibly setting a world record. I don't know if it would be an official one, but it's something that I am super excited for, so look forward to that within a few weeks. And I'll also be getting Astrobot for my birthday, so that's one of the things I'm getting, so I'll be able to stream that fairly soon as well. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments what you guys have been working on this past week, and once again, thank you all so much for the support on Dead Rising 2's trophy video, and thank you for understanding that it's been kind of a rough week or so just with weather and all that kind of stuff, and that schedule is going to be a little bit off for just a little while, but hopefully things should be pretty much back to normal starting next week. So thank you all again. See you guys back here real soon for some more trophy content.